your heartbeat. Oxygen FM 96.9 Ibadan.
Oxygen FM, every brain. Take a breath, let the music fly. Oxygen FM, we touch the sky.
Yeah. 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 There's a place where stories come alive and imagination, runs wild. Every chapter has a story, and every story deserves a voice. Welcome to Chapters and Chat on Oxygen 96.9 FM, where we explore books that connect with you in deeper ways. We gotta feel the journey, live the moment. It's story time. Chapters and Chat, where stories live and conversations grow. Only on Oxygen 90.
All right, you know what time it is. It is Chapters and Chats. Good morning. This is Oxygen FM 96.9, where we inform, inspire, and ignite. Welcome to Chapters and Chats, where we explore novels, storybooks, and yes, we don't mind dragging a few characters because, again, I'll say it again, they can be a lot. They can be a lot. And my name is Floriana. All right, today's book is Oblivious by Ariola Gabriel. And let me tell you, that book, it had me on the edge, kind of. It had me on the edge. It was giving suspense. It's giving generational, like, trauma, secret. What does it not have? It has sacrifice. It has love. It has somewhat of what feels like betrayal. Yeah, something like that. All right, we're going to get to the details of the book when we come back. So please stay with us.
Yeah. There's a place where stories come alive and imagination runs wild. Every chapter has a story, and every story deserves a voice. Welcome to Chapters and Chat on Oxygen 96.9 FM, where we explore books that connect with you in deeper ways. We gotta feel the journey, live the moment. It's story time. Chapters and Chat, where stories live and conversations grow. Only on Oxygen 96.9 FM. 9 FM.
All right, this is Chapters and Chats on Oxygen FM 96.9. So last week we treated a book, Bravery, and when I asked question, we had two winners. We had Nifemi, and now we had Nifemi and John Victor, but now Nifemi is in the studio with me. So Nifemi and we're going to be doing this program together. I'm going to be asking that question, and we are going to be reviewing this book together. So let Nifemi say hi first before I go into today's book. Nifemi, how are you doing today?
I'm fine, ma.
You look good, by the way.
Thank you.
What's happening? Bringing the vibe now. We're about to drag some characters. I need that energy here. So how do you feel being on the program with me today?
I'm very fine. I'm very happy.
Okay, I think Nifemi is a little bit shy, but I feel like she will definitely loosen up. But yes, we have Nifemi here. So today's book is Oblivious by Ariola Gabriel. Now let's start the story because I actually like this one. The story begins with Kobe, Kobe and his wife, Isla. They're a couple who have already experienced unimaginable heartbreak. Like, different events have happened. Before the event of the story, they lost 2 children to a deadly black mamba snake. So they lost their children to a snake, and the loss leaves them with a deep scar. It leaves the family with a very deep scar. And Kobe, he becomes determined to protect his loved ones from any future danger. What happened to him make him like, okay, no matter what, I am going to protect my family. Now, he clears the bushes around his home and does everything within his power to create a safer environment for his family, because his wife is expecting. She's pregnant and she's about to put to bed. So he said, well, I lost my child to a black mamba snake, so it's not going to happen again. So he clears the bushes in his home, in his surrounding, in his compound, and just for his family to feel safer. Then one day, Isla goes into labor. I mean, it's time for her to put to bed. She goes into labor, and Kobe quickly carries her to the home of Itubi. Now, Itubi is a midwife. She's an elderly midwife who actually helps countless of women deliver their babies safely. And she has been doing that. She has been helping a lot of people, and it has been successful. So yes, it takes her to her place. It takes her to Itubi, the elderly midwife's place. And while Isala, that is Kobe's wife, while she was struggling through labor, tension begins to build outside. She was inside the house. She's trying to put to bed. Then there are other things happening outside. The thing is, there's this headsmen. They call them the Mutubu headsmen, and they're attacking communities. They're attacking people nearby. And in the middle of all this labor, there's fear, there's uncertainty. Like, a lot of things was just going through their minds, especially Kobe. A lot of things was going through his mind. In his mind is like, his wife is here trying to put to bed, and there's something happening outside. That what is going on? So a lot of things were going through his mind. But with Isala's struggle through labor, she gives birth. In the middle of this fear and uncertainty, she gives birth to a beautiful baby girl. And he was so happy. Kobe was so happy when he saw his daughter. He was like, oh my gosh, she's so pretty. And yes, everybody was relieved. The tension has come down, and she carries her baby. But in the process, they discovered that she's having twins. So she has given birth to one of the twins. She was able to push one of the twins. Now it remains one that is still in her stomach. And there's still this tension, because this chaos is still going on outside. And now the danger outside is getting closer. And the midwife now told Kobe that, take this one that we have given birth to, take this girl, take her, return home and check on the other children, because they have other children. Even after the death of some other children, they also have other children. So he tells her, take this new child, go back home to the other children and save them. But he was adamant. He was like, no, he can't leave his wife and his unborn child, because remember, I said she's about to give birth to the second twin. If I'm out together, she's about to give birth to the second twin. So the midwife, Itubi, she tells Kobe, she said, Kobe, take this one that we'll give you birth to. Don't worry, they'll be fine. Take it, go and check on the other children and save them. He was like, no, he doesn't want to do it. But his wife had to convince him and say, like, why don't you want to do it? Just do it. And adamantly, he did it. After much persuasion from his wife, he takes the child, he takes the baby girl, and he goes back home to meet the other children. When he gets home, he saw the other children sleeping, and he tries to wake them up. He was calling out to their name, he was calling their names, but there was no response. Then he tries to tap them, and he discovered that, unfortunately, they've been killed. His children have been killed. He was in so much pain. The pain was so much for him to bear. So now he's left with the little baby his wife just gave birth to, and he's there, and his mind is like, he must fight for this child. He's in grief, and this grief turns into anger. And Kobe Jagaban, he confronts the attackers. He tells them, he fights them off, he fights bravely. He defends his people, he defends his family, he fights bravely. Although his fellow villagers eventually joined in the battle, but Kobe sustained an injury when he had a fight with the attackers. And later, he learned from the villagers that his wife and their second twin baby actually survived. It's two girls, by the way. So he discovered that he learned from the villagers that, okay, Isala, his wife, and the second twin baby, they survived. But sadly, he doesn't, because he had sustained an injury when he was fighting with the attackers, and he lost his life in the process. And then he dies from this injury, leaving behind a legacy of courage and sacrifice. All right, at this point in the story, I mean, listeners, I couldn't help but ask this question. I just want to ask this question though. How much can one person endure before breaking? Because to be honest, Kobe, he endured a lot, because he fought for his family. He fought for his children. He says like, oh, these ones, I'm not losing them. All right, we'll take a short break here. And when we return, we are going to come back with years later what has happened in the story. So please stay with us.
Yeah, there's a place where stories come alive and imagination, yeah, runs wild. Every chapter has a story, and every story deserves a voice. Welcome to Chapters and Chat on Oxygen 96.9 FM, where we explore books that connect with you in deeper ways. Feel the journey, live the moment. It's story time. Chapters and Chat, where stories live and conversations grow. Only on Oxygen 96.9 FM. 9 FM. Chapters and Chat, where stories live, and conversations grow.
All right, welcome back to Chapters and Chats on Oxygen FM 96.9. We're taking a look at a story. It's titled Oblivious, and the author of this story is Ariola Gabriel. By the way, the book was published by Rashmed, now accessible publishers. So yes, you can grab a copy because the book is actually given. All right, let's come back to the story. And I've talked about it, talking about Kobe, who is a father who is expecting a child, and we also talked about his wife Isala, who is in labor. They gave birth to twins, and there was a crisis that happened in the village, and he was able to save one child. He was able to save one of his child, but later, when he was about to pass on, he was told by the villagers that his wife and the second child, they're okay, they're alive, they're well. Anyways, years later, now the story introduces us to Denison. Now, Denison is a young man whose life has been marked by struggles. This man has been through it. He has been through a lot. After his father's death, like, his uncle seized his family's property because of unpaid debts by his father, and things became even worse for his mother, because when she was hustling, she's trying to feed her children. She has two children, that's Denison and his younger sister. So she's trying to feed them. She suffers a spinal cord injury from a fall at a top roof when she was working, and at a very young age, Denison becomes responsible for caring for his mother and younger sister. while other children were having fun, they were enjoying their childhood, he's trying to survive. But sadly, another tragedy strikes again when both his mother and sister dies before he reaches the age 12. So you can tell how he has to hustle. He has to struggle. He has to fight because now he has no one. He has lost his father, he lost his mother and his sister before he gets to the age of 12. And that's a lot for a young child. Oh my God. Because of this many unfortunate events surrounding his life, people started calling him the cursed child. They were calling him all sorts of names. They were saying this, that. But my guy, Dennison, he's telling himself, he told himself that no matter the circumstances, I would not let it define who I am. And he believes that education is his pathway for a better future. So he takes school seriously. He worked tirelessly to take himself to school, to be able to afford it, to be able to send himself all through school. And against all odds, he was able to graduate with an engineering degree. I mean, don't play. He was not playing at all. He told himself that he's going to do it, and he did it. And while studying in the university, before he graduated, he meets a very beautiful young woman. Her name is Owulu. Now, Owulu is from a wealthy family, very, very rich family. The both of them, they fall in love, and they decided to get married, but see, things were not on his side, though. Things were not on Dennison's side because, like I said, Owulu is from a very, very rich home, and her parents, they are convinced that Dennison just wants to marry Owulu because of the money. They call him all sort of name. They're saying, oh, he's a gold digger. He's just with our daughter because of the money. And constantly they're insulting him and questioning his intention. But he actually likes her and she likes him. And despite the criticism, Owulu chose love. And she stands by Dennison and said, I will marry you. And she did. She get married to him. She did. And when we go through the story, we will now find out that a lot of things actually happen. A lot of things are happening. So after their marriage, things appear to be improving with Dennison and Owulu. They are very, very happy couples. They are living their life. They are excited. Then one day, Owulu's parents invite the couples to their home. Mind you, Owulu is Dennison's wife. She is Dennison's wife. So they invite Owulu and Dennison to their home. And during the visit, Dennison now knows how rich his wife family are, because he does not know. He just knows that, oh, they have money, but he doesn't know that this is how rich they are until he gets to their home and he's seen a lot of things. It's not like, you didn't tell me your family were this wealthy. Like, it was surprise. So Owulu's parents then offer a high ranking position in their company to their daughter. So they tell their daughter that, like, you're our daughter, you're our flesh and blood, so we can't be fighting with you always. At the end of the day, we would have to accept your decision. So they invite her to work for their company, like a high ranking position at their company. So these people are not even small, and they were not even playing about their daughter. But surprisingly, she turns out the offer. Owulu just turns down the offer, and they're wondering why. So she says that instead of giving her the position, they should give her husband the position. They should give Dennison the position instead. And everybody is surprised. They start to ask questions about what is happening. And then she now reveals that she's expecting a child and she just wants to focus on her family. So she does not want to take the offer. So they transfer the offer to her husband. Then the job was given to Dennison and everything was perfect for a while. He was successful at it. Everything. He has a lovely family, a lovely wife, and a growing family. So everything just seems all right. But suddenly, things started to change. Owulu noticed some change in Dennison's attitude. For example, he became emotionally distant. He just provides financially. Literally, after the birth of their child, he provides financially, he provides for them, he pays the child's school fees, he pays all the bill, but he's never at home. He's hardly at home, and he doesn't even talk with his wife anymore. His wife can go 2 months without talking with her husband. They won't say anything, he won't speak with her, and it became frustrating for Owulu. It became very lonely, and it became very, very frustrating for her. She was so frustrated, and he preferred actually spending time at work than spending time with his wife and his child. Owulu became very lonely because at the time her parents had traveled out of the country. They traveled abroad because they are rich and they just want to relax. So they had traveled abroad, and so she doesn't have anybody. Her husband was hardly at home. He doesn't pay her attention. He doesn't have time for her. Her child is, well, that's the only person she can connect with. So she became very lonely. Then one day she gets a call from Miriam. Miriam is a nanny. Miriam literally took care of her when she was little. She gets a call from Miriam telling her that her parents had returned from abroad and would like to see her. They told her that, and then she told her husband, Dennison, she said, my parents are back. They would like to see us. Would you like to go? He was so reluctant. He wanted to deny the invitation, but later he reluctantly agreed to accompany her to her parents' house because the parents wanted to see their grandchild and their daughter and her husband. So when they go to visit Owulu's father, they go to visit her house. During their visits, Dennison had a conversation with Owulu's father. They were just talking, and Dennison was pouring out his frustration to Owulu's father that he can't take it anymore. He's frustrated. Apparently, the reason why he has been giving her the attitude, we'll find out when we come back from this break. So please stay with us.
With stories come alive and imagination runs wild. Every chapter has a story, and every story deserves a voice. Welcome to Chapters and Chat on Oxygen 96.9 FM, where we explore books that connect with you in deeper ways. Feel the journey, live the moment. It's story time. Chapters and Chat, where stories live and conversations grow. Only on Oxygen 96.9 FM. 9 FM.
Alright, you're still on to Chapters and Chat on Oxygen FM 96.9, where we inform, inspire, and ignite. So welcome back. We're treating the novel Oblivious. So because at the end of the program, I would ask a question. If you want to join in on the conversation, the number to call is 070-47003969 or 070-47002969. So you can just call us. You let us know your thoughts, what you'd rate in the book, and yes, I would get to ask you a question, and who knows, you might get to win some amazing prizes. So yeah, back to the book. Now, we stopped at where Dennison was trying to tell Owulu's father why he had been giving her the attitude, because he's frustrated and he's trying to pour out his frustration. He's like, he can't do this anymore, he can't take it anymore. He has been holding this in for years, and he can't take it anymore, literally. So he says that apparently he had seen a video. Then he shows Owulu's father the video. The video contains Owulu with another man. So he had imagined that she was cheating on him, and he started to ask questions like, why? What is happening? And he kept asking question about her. He just assumed that, oh, she's doing the worst. He just like, oh, she's cheating on him. So that was why he was giving her the attitude. And this argument quickly escalated. Voices were raised. Then Owulu joined in on the conversation. She apparently has been in the toilet when then Denison was talking with her father, and she had overheard everything. She was so angry and she was shocked. She was angry at the fact that her husband was accusing her of something like that, because in her mind she's not like, why don't you trust me? I would not do something like that. I did not do something like that. So why don't you trust me? So this turned into an argument. The argument was serious to the extent that Denison actually wanted to put his hands on Olu. He wanted to hit her. But her father stepped in and said, you can't do that to my daughter when I'm here. So my guy, he backed out immediately. Now this argument, it attracted Owulu's mother, because Owulu's mother was not at the scene at the time. She was elsewhere. So this voice, it attracted her and she came in. And then this is where another shocking family secret was revealed. Owulu discovers that she was apparently adopted. So the person she calls father, she calls mother, she calls mommy, she calls daddy, apparently are not even her real parents. And even more shocking, we discover that she's actually a twin. So for people who have been listening, can actually put the dots together. Now, before I say the full story, I'm going to come to Nifemi. Nifemi, can you actually put the dots together?
No.
You can put the dots together now?
I think he's the daughter of
Well,
Kobe.
okay. Well, I'm not gonna lie, she actually did put the dots together. Now, our biological parents are actually Kobe and Isola. They are biological parents, and yes, the couple, they explained the whole story, and that's the couple who actually opened the story. So if you have been following up, I had mentioned Kobe and Isala's story, the man that was fighting to save his wife and was trying to save his child. So that is who Owulu is. She's Kobe and Isala's biological child. And Isala and Kobe are biological parents, and vice versa. So the revelation leaves Owulu devastated. She was in shock. She felt betrayed, because she was like, why would they keep something like this from her for such a long time? She was devastated. So she was overwhelmed with anger and pain. Then she just stormed out of the house. She leaves the house because she was she was shocked. She was in pain. She was in anger because she felt betrayed. She does not even feel betrayed at the fact that her husband does not trust her, or her husband thinks she's cheating. She felt betrayed by the fact that her parents lied to her about their identity. They didn't tell her who she really is. And if you ask me, I would see, like, to me, I felt like she overreacted, because they were doing it for her good. They are giving her everything she wants. So what more does she want? But anyways, there's another plot twist to the story. I mean, a lot of us might just think like, oh, she went out of anger, she would come back, they will settle it, or more. There's nothing like that, yo. There's nothing like that. Tragedy strikes when she gets involved in an accident and she loses her life. She passes on, and just like that, everything has changed. Everything is over, and Delsin is angry at himself, is overwhelmed with regret, is overthinking. He's just thinking about his decision. He's like, oh my god, what have I done? Because the woman he had loved, the woman who loved him had done nothing wrong. She loved him when he had nothing, literally. She gave up her position for him, and he did not even try to defend this woman. He did not trust her. The woman defended him against her family, and she sacrificed her own opportunity for his success, and she's forever gone. Just like that. Oh my god. And the fact that that's how the story literally ends. It literally ends with Denison remembering her father's word, Owulu's father's word, Owulu calls her father Chief, by the way. Owulu's adopted father's word, where he said, "You are not my biological daughter. You are actually adopted." It ends like that. And I'm not going to lie, I'm going to sign a petition for another story because that story needs to continue. I need to know what has happened. Now let's look at the themes of the story. But before we start, let me ask Nifem. Nifem, what do you think about the book? What do you think about the story?
It was interesting.
Can you speak louder?
It was interesting.
It was interesting. Did you like the book?
Yes, ma'am.
What's one thing you did not like about the book?
Because she's over temper.
She was angry.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, you felt like she's over angry. You think she's overreacting?
Yes.
Oh, that's what you think, that she overreacted.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. So what do you like about the book?
It's good and it let us we learned something about the book.
Okay, Nifemi, I don't know why you're not speaking louder, but we need you to be audible so we can hear you properly. So tell me, it's what? What do you like about the book?
Because it's interesting.
It's interesting.
Yes.
So what lesson can you pick from the book?
We should not be angry.
We should not be angry. I feel Nifemi has a contrary opinion to me. She has a contrary opinion to me. So I'm going to ask you, what theme can you pick from the book before I say the theme of the book? The themes, like what's in the book. So what theme can you pick from the book?
Kobe.
No, that's character you're mentioning.
Okay.
You're mentioning character. When I say theme now, I'm talking about what brings the book together. Like the central idea the writer is trying to pass, the message the writer is trying to pass.
Mutsubu the Etzman.
No, that's not what the writer is trying to pass.
Okay.
That is not what the writer is trying to. Okay, I'm just going to say the theme of the book. Now, the theme of the book, number one, very important. This is the number one theme of the book. It is sacrifice. Because we see a father trying to sacrifice his life for his children. And we also see a wife sacrificing her position for her husband. So the number one theme in the book, to me, is sacrifice. A woman who sacrificed her opportunity for her husband's success, and a man, a father, a husband who is ready to do anything for his wife and children. Another thing we see in the book again is love. That's another theme of the book. Do you agree?
Yes, ma'am.
Love. In what sense would you pick that love? Like, where did the love come in? Where does it come in?
Delison and Owulu.
Okay. We see Delison and Owulu. Yes. That's what love. We also see Kobe and Isala's love. So yes, love. And we also see regret. Because at the end of it all, Delison actually regrets his action. He regrets that, he should have trusted it. And another major theme is family. Because at the end of the day, it's the family that is bringing the book together. Do you get it?
Yes.
All right, we're going to go on a very short break. And when we return, I'm going to be talking about the pros and the cons of the book. And I'm going to be breaking it down. I'm going to be rating the characters, the storyline, the plot, and everything. So please stay with us.
There's a place where stories come alive and imagination runs wild. Every chapter has a story, and every story deserves a voice. Welcome to chapters and chat on Oxygen 96.9 FM, where we explore books that connect with you in deeper ways. Feel the journey, live the moment. It's story time. Chapters in chat where stories live and conversations grow. Only on Oxygen 96.9 FM. Oh, 9 FM.
Yes, this is still Chapters and Chats on Oxygen FM 96.9, where we explore stories. We bring the books to life. You know how we've been doing it. We're talking about the stories, and yes, we take a look at them. We try to analyze them. We talk about the themes of the stories, why we like the book, the pros, the cons, and yes, we've already taken a look at the theme of the story. So now let's come to the strengths. Let me call it the strength of the book. I don't want to call it the pro. I don't want to call it the cause. So let's talk about the strength of the book. Now, for me, the book is it's like an emotional storytelling. Like, it's very compelling. The characters are memorable. The fact that they could be able to link, the author can be able to link another story to another one, because to be honest, you can actually write two different stories from the book. You can write the one from Isala and Kobe, then you can write another entire story with Owulu and Delison. So I actually like the fact that the author, was able to bring the two together, and the plot twist, I love it. Because when I was reading the book, what I thought is probably the way I was just thinking, like, man, Delison. I was just thinking, Delison, after what this girl has done for you, it did not even occur to me that he had seen a video or watched like a particular clip of her. I did not even think like that. So yes, I'm not gonna lie, the plot twist, I actually like it, and the plot twist is engaging. And the connection between the two characters, the two generation, I said that before, the connection between the two generation, it's quite impressive. And the stories it kept me invested. I was interested, I was invested from the beginning to the end, because I wanted to know, okay, so what's gonna happen? So now she has gone out of the house in anger, what's gonna happen to her? But the ending, I was surprised, I was shocked. What do you think about the ending? Did you like it?
No.
What do you want for the ending? If you were to write it, how would you end it?
Maybe you should go and meet the father, and maybe they can ask for the place where the things
Where
happen.
where they saw the twin, and they can all come together.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, that's a beautiful ending, but I'm not gonna lie, I actually like the author's ending. Well, we can't always have an happy ending. It's quite good. It's okay, because I wasn't expecting it. It's not something you would expect, and when you cannot picture what an ending is in a book, it makes it more thrilling. Well, to me, it makes it more thrilling. But now let's talk about the weaknesses of the book, because we have good, we have bad. So everything good, we definitely have some buts and some if. Now, to me, well, some readers like Nifemi, she said the tragedy is overwhelming. Well, some readers might find the tragedy overwhelming, because Nifemi now says she doesn't like the ending because the tragedy is too much, that she just wanted everybody to like settle and everything. And yes, one of the weaknesses of this book is the fact that everything was happening quickly. Like, at a point, there was no proper introduction to those characters. Like, it's just like they just appear, they just come. So it's you that you would have to figure it out yourself. Like, oh, this character is this character is that. So yes, the transitions, it happens very quickly, and there are moments some characters could not even develop in the book. Apart from the characters I mentioned, there are also side characters that I felt like they don't have. I don't even see why that. Well, they serve an important role, but I don't exactly see much to what they did in the book. So not the characters, the side characters, they're just there. And they didn't give room for the characters to develop well and properly. But aside from that, the book is a very, very, very good read. I mean, it has strong plot twists, characters that feels real, because I can actually feel it. I felt it. Like I felt it when I was reading it. I felt it. And it takes on like an important life lesson. Yeah, there's a life lesson to it. Would you tell us one lesson you learned from the book?
We should be happy, and we should love each other. We should trust each other.
Okay, well, yeah, trust. Yeah, that's a very good life lesson I actually learned from the book. Trust is important, and you don't need to keep secrets. That's one too I also learned from it. From your loved ones, you don't need to keep secrets from your loved one. Another thing I like about the book is it keeps reader curious and engaged, because it's not something that you can figure it out in the middle of it. You have to read the entire book for you to figure out what's actually happened. So I like that. And the way they were able to connect this both generation, the parent, the child, like very brilliant, very intelligent, very, 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 very good. Now, in my opinion, what would have made it a little bit better? Some part. Now let's talk about the cause of the book. We'll talk about the pros, we'll talk about the cause, and now let's talk about the cause. What would have made the book better is if the transition was not too much, if it wasn't too quickly, and if they've given room for certain characters to develop more, because it's actually a very good storyline, but I just feel like those characters need development, and some of the characters did not get it. And to some readers, to some people, the ending might be frustrating because it's actually painful when you discover, when you learn the truth about your identity, and sadly you lose your life. That's very sad. But I'm not gonna lie, it's actually a very, very, very good book. So Nifemi, I'd like to ask you some questions before we rate the book together, because you are going to be giving me your rating of the book. Now, the first question I want to ask you is a very simple question. Do not forget that if you know the answer to these questions, you can actually call in and join us on the conversation. 07047003969 or 07047002969. So once I ask a question and you know it, you can just call in. If Nifemi is unable to answer the question, I will give you the slot to answer the question and you can win an amazing prize. So yes, Nifemi, let me ask you a very simple question. What is the title of the book? You're getting it? Come on. No, Oblivious. Oblivious. And who is the author of the book?
Ariola Gabriel.
She got that one. I'm going to give you half mark, and I'm going to give myself half mark because I helped you answer half of the question. So now, redeem yourself. Who are the main characters in the story?
Kobe.
Okay.
Isala and Delison and Owulu.
Okay. All right. That one, you got that one. Nice. Nice. All right, she actually got that one. She did that one well. All right, now another question is, who is Itubi, and what role did she play in the book, in the story?
She was the midwife.
The midwife that did what? What was her role?
She was the one that she let Isala to deliver.
Okay, she helped Isala during childbirth when she wanted to born. All right, that you people are not calling in. You don't want to win amazing prizes. 07047003969 or 07047002969. Let me ask you this final question, Nifemi. I don't want to give you a bonus question. Let's see. Let me think. What question should I ask? I feel you know this one. Why was Denison called the cursed child? Oh my God, we have a call. Hello. Hello. Good morning. Can you please step away from your radio set?
Okay. Okay.
All right, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, what's your name and where you calling us from? I can still hear myself. Oh, can you please turn off your
My name
radio?
is Mojola. I'm calling from Morrisonburg.
Mojola.
Yes.
All right, do you want to answer our question?
Yes.
Why was Delison called the cursed child?
Because his father died, his mother died, and his sister died.
Okay, Mojola. All right, Mojola got that one right. So yes, next week you can just come in for your prize. All right, thank you so much, Mojola. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, Mojola got that one. Yeah, because he literally lost all his family, so they started calling him the cursed child. All right, let me ask you another question. Now this one is a bonus question. It's not a bonus question. What was the biggest plot twist in the book? See, I actually said lots and lots of plot twists. So what was the biggest plot twist in the book? Are you thinking about it?
Malaika.
When I say the plot twist, I mean, what was that thing that made you like, oh? Okay, so what was the biggest plot twist in the book?
How Kobe fights bravely.
That's not a plot twist. Okay, that's for you. That's the one that made you. Okay, let me just help you out. Now, the plot twist in the book is okay. We have a call, so someone actually wants to bail you out. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning, ma.
So, what's your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is Augustine Amarachuku.
Augustine Amarachuku. Okay, so
Yes,
do you want to answer the question?
Yes, ma.
Okay, so what's the biggest plot twist in the book?
The biggest plot twist in the book is tragedy.
Plot twist?
Yes.
Tragedy is not a plot twist. We can classify tragedy as a theme, not a plot twist. Okay, Amarachuku, let me ask you another question actually.
Okay, ma.
All right. Let me ask you a bonus question. How did the book end?
In frustration.
Like, how did the story end? Like, what happened? Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hello, I can hear you now. So, how did the story end?
The story ended when Kobe was regretting that he did not trust his wife.
Actually, it's not Kobe. It's Delison. It's Delison.
Sorry,
Yes.
Denison.
Yes. He was regretting that I did not trust her. So what happened to his wife? Why was he regretting? What happened to his wife? If you're able to get this, I would take it. So what happened to his wife?
His wife died in a motor accident when she was coming out in anger.
Oh, hey, now we're talking. All right, thank you, Augustine Amarachuku. So yes, you're our final winner for the program. Thank you.
Thank
All right, thank you so much for that. Okay. All right, so we're going to round up on the program today. I want you to give us your final rating. What are you rating the book out of a 10? What are you giving the book?
7.
Why 7? Why are you giving it? You have to have a reason for giving the book 7. Why are you giving the book 7?
Because they did not connect the story together, and it's not chapter to chapter.
It's not chapter to chapter. What do you mean by it's not chapter to chapter?
They're supposed to be like village where the things happen.
You're talking about like the setting.
Yes, ma'am.
Of course there is a setting. There's always a setting in any book. It happened in I actually get what you're saying. I get your point. The setting is in our father's house. Our father's house, their house. Although truly they didn't give us like a location.
Yes.
They didn't give us a proper location, but yeah. So that's why you're giving the book a 7
Yes, ma'am.
out of 10. Seems I'm being nice today. All right, let me give my final rating on the program. For me, I'm going to be breaking it down. For the plot, the storytelling, I'm giving the storytelling an 8 out of 10. The characters in the book, I'm giving the characters a 7 out of 10 because I feel the characters can be well developed. Yeah, you can actually, I don't know, they do not just carry that what I wanted to carry. It doesn't carry the depth of what I wanted to carry. Now the plot twist, I'm giving the plot twist an 8.5 out of 10 because, to be honest, I did not expect it, so I'm giving it an 8.9 out of 10. Now the emotional impacts, I'll give it an 8.5 out of 10 because it's quite emotional. The fact that she died after learning the truth of the matter, and I just felt like I wish she was alive to actually settle with her family because she was not even able to see her family. And overall, I'm giving the book an 8.5 out of 10 because there are some things that were left not very, it wasn't explained very well. For example, the twin, we didn't even get to know what happened to her. How did they get her? Who trained her? Where is she? We didn't get to know that in the story. And even we didn't get to know how the her parents, Owulu's parents, how they were able to adopt her. Where did they take her from? So we didn't get to know that. Particularly the twin, we didn't get to see where she is. Where is Owulu's mother? Because it didn't state in the book whether she died or not. It was only Isala that we know that, oh, he died. We know for a fact that, okay, that one is gone. But overall, it's actually a very, very good read. So it's getting an 8.5 out of 10. For me, it's an emotional, it's thought-provoking, and it's filled with important lessons because it's an important lesson about family, about trust, and the consequences of our action. Because this guy, he regretted his action. He was filled with regret, and he's like, okay, if he had done better, his wife would definitely still be alive. That's Denison. He was filled with regret. But overall, the book was an amazing, amazing read. So Nifemi, what's your final say for today?
I'm very happy that I'm very happy to be here with you.
You're very happy. So would you like to join us again?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you so much, Nifemi, for joining us on the program today on Chapters and Chat. All right. It's about time we draw the curtain on the program today. Thank you so much to everyone who called in. Mojola, Augustina, Amarachuku. So please, thank you for calling in. Do come in for your gift next week Saturday. It's been an amazing time on Chapters and Chat. Do not forget that you can follow us on our social media platform, Oxygen 96.9 FM on Facebook, on Instagram, Oxygen 969 FM, on TikTok, Oxygen 96.9 FM Ibado, and on YouTube, Oxygen 96.9 FM Ibado. My name is Floriana. Keep listening to Oxygen FM 96.9.
Your station, your heartbeat. Oxygen FM 96.9 Ibadan.